Previously on Mutant Genesis. Farewell, X-Men. I'm afraid we're both needed elsewhere. Hey Megan, wait up! Hurry, Vic, I'm late for class. The mansion is under attack. To me, my X-Men. And now, the continuation. The combined powers of Magneto and the X-Men prove too much for Master Mold and its army of Sentinels to withstand, and the mutants triumph over the machines. But instead of destroying the Sentinel factory as agreed, Magneto used his power of magnetism to lift Master Mold out of its subterranean facility and fly it to his orbital fortress, Asteroid M. The X-Men try to prevent Magneto from escaping, but they are summoned back to the X-Mansion by a telepathic distress call from Professor X. The Xavier Institute is under attack. Magneto has ordered his Brotherhood to assault the school in order to draw off his pursuers and buy him time to reprogram Master Mold. The X-Men give up their pursuit and race back to the X-Mansion to confront the Brotherhood of Mutants. Alright, this is the penultimate scenario in Mutant Genesis Mansion Attack. I have swapped a couple cards out, and I actually meant to do this right after Sentinel because I've added 3 X-Men allies to my deck. I've taken out Blindfold and Dazzler and Power of Justice because while they were great for paying for those 2 allies, I also had them in there because they could be used as a mental for multitasking. But adding those 3 allies from Project Wide Awake means I don't really need those 2. So with those 4 cards going out, I've added 3 Clear the Area, and those have a mental icon, so they are going to help me with multitasking if I need to do it that way, and a 3rd copy of One Way or Another. One Way or Another is really good in this scenario because there are 2 copies of Protect the Students. This is going to have a total threat of 4, but when it's defeated, you go search your deck and discard pile for an ally and add it to your hand. So if you were to put Chance Encounter on here and then you defeat it, you're going to get 2 allies from your deck. Really good. There's also 2 copies of Under Siege. It has an initial threat of 0, but adds 3 for each Brothers of Mutant character in play, so ideally, I'm only going to go grab that when I only have the villain on the board. The Brotherhood is a more expensive option. I probably won't go seek this one out. It has 5 total threat. Brotherhood of Mutants minions gain Quick Strike, and it has this icon, which I really dislike. And another really good option, actually, if I can get it early, is Metamorphic Mayhem. If I can pull this and clear it before there are any Shapeshifter cards in the encounter deck, I don't have to shuffle those into my deck, so I can defeat that with no bad consequence. So that is my change going into Mansion Attack. Now I will clear the table and do the setup. Alright, 1A tells us to put Save the School into play, then tells us to shuffle our 2s together. It then tells us to shuffle the villains without looking, which is always difficult. Pyro will be our first villain. He has 14 health. And they all have a tough. When we flip to 1B, it tells us to put a face-down encounter card in. I almost looked at that. And then reveal the first and remove that from the game. Each ally and minion gains toughness. That's important because once we get to campaign setup, Jubilee comes into play and she'll have a tough. Surprise Attack comes in. These are our last 2 Future Past cards. Just putting this under here to remember to shuffle it into the encounter deck. These are our last two role building cards. This one can be interesting. Until the end of the phase, prevent all consequential damage each ally would take from thwarting, then remove that from the campaign pool. Let's shuffle. I would like to see a track by scent. That would be nice. I would like to see my adamantium skeleton. Let's just see what I get. Actually, that'll be nice if I have a double. There's a track by scent and a double. This changes a lot, because that'll pay for track by scent. That'll get me an ally, and then could put that on there as well and have the two I need to pay for whatever ally I choose. And I could choose Forge, who would go get me X-Jet. So I think I'm going to keep everything here. Let's flip up. And that is going to be the plan. We're going to put Chance Encounter and Overwatch on Surprise Attack and pay 2 for Track by Scent. Track by Scent clears this. Overwatch will clear this one as well. It removed the last threat, so I'll draw 2 cards, a Multitasking and a Wolfsbane. Chance Encounter will go find me an ally. Let's just go ahead and find Forge. This flips and becomes an alter ego action, which I will not use. And this gets shuffled in. Okay, let's, I think, do 2 for Forge, who is going to go find me Utopia. And as much as I hate to waste an ally, we're going to use that ally to play Utopia. As long as all of my allies are X-Men, I increase my ally limit by 1, so that's nice. Now, what shall I do? I am just going to attack for 2 to knock off his tough. Let's ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What goes on the main? He is attacking for 0 plus a boost. I think, knowing that I'm going to have to take some indirect, I'm just going to block that with Forge. That's 0, 1, 2. That just knocks his tough off. Indirect damage, I will take 2. Then I get 2 encounter cards. That's actually great to see right now because there are no shapeshifter cards in the discard pile. Check the students has 4. Beginning of my turn, I am going to heal 2. Let's... Man, now I don't have the thwarting I need to clear these. I will thwart 2 here, and then clear the area. It'll clear this, it'll draw me a card, and I get to go find an ally. Let's find Do I find Boom Boom or do I do... I think I do Richter. Yeah, let's do Angel. We are going to pay for Angel with these two. That is going to ready me, and he gets a tough. I'm going to go ahead and knock that tough off to Fort 1. And then I will Fort 2. Let's exhaust Wolverine's claws and take 2 damage to deal 4 damage. Now hold on to Slice and Dice. Let's ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. One goes on the main. He is attacking for 0 plus a boost. Jubilee will block this one. That is 0, 1, 2. Knocks off the tough. 1 encounter card. This has 5. Beginning of my turn, heal 2. And I hate after he attacked, I need to take 1, 2 indirect. I definitely need to get rid of that this turn, so let's do 2, 3. I'm going to use one of my one-way or another to clear the area. There's my skeleton. Let's play that skeleton. It gives me 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have +1 attack and piercing. He can attack for 2. And I'm going to use 3, or take 3, to deal 6. Let's ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One goes on the main. He's attacking for 0 plus a boost. Forge will block it. 0, only 0. I love that. I do take 2 indirect, or I will take 1, 2 indirect. And I think Jubilee will take 1 and Angel will take 1. I get 1 encounter card. He attacks again. That's unfortunate. I'm just going to take this one. 0, 2, and 3 indirect, a total of 5. Then at the beginning of my turn, I will heal 2, takes me up to 6. Now, I'm trying to decide many things. Let's do Angel for 2 for the push. Now, that knocks Pyro out. Get an encounter card. Blob is our villain with 16 health. and a tough. I am trying to decide if I use one way or another to try to find another of my big attacks. Let's use one way or the other, one way or another, and go find, let's just find to protect the students. It has 4 and I draw 3 cards. It's not what I want. Jubilee is fantastic right now. Richter. So, I feel like this is the point where I push this Jubilee out. So I am going to attack for 3 with piercing. Jubilee is going to attack for 1. Now, I'm going to do the math and see if I even need... I don't even need to push her out. I like to have her at the beginning of the next scenario, and then after that, she can go. I'm fine with her leaving after she's done her work in the next scenario. I don't think I need to use her. I'm going to use Wolverine's Claws for Lunging Strike. It's going to deal 8. That's 7, 8. I am going to pay 2 for Richter. And he should be gone. Richter is an X-Men, so he readies me. That allows me to attack for 3 more. And then, just to see if I can clear this up, I don't need to clear it up. I don't really care about it that much. Let's just attack for 1 with Richter. Alright, that was Mansion Attack. I did get lucky with that Lunging Strike there. Really what you want to do with Mansion Attack is push the first villain and then be able to defeat the next villain during that push so that you don't have to deal with this extra encounter card. Alright, let's go to the comics and then I will be back in a moment. This stinks. You attacked our home. How did you think that would end? What do we do with our prisoners? That's a problem for later. Right now we have to stop Magneto from reactivating Master Mold. I've modified the Blackbird for low orbital flight. She'll take you to Asteroid M. This is it. Everybody on board. Yee-haw! Forge did us proud, eh, Remy? Je ne sais pas, chérie. This Cajun don't like space rides. There it is, X-Men. Prepare to board. Alright, Jubilee is still in play. That is huge. Richter would not have actually taken that damage there because he would get it tough. I forgot about that. I'm not going to worry about it. But that was a really fun game. This was not used, and Rescue Operation was not used either. Alright, like, sub, and comment, all those things that YouTube likes, and I would appreciate it as well. Thank you so much for watching, and join me next time for the finale to Mutant Genesis, Magneto. Have a wonderful day.